Cup final. Huge day for Laois and Westmeath. There wasn't just a national trophy at stake, but of course a place in next year's Liam McCarthy Cup.
And this huge prize on offer, a return to the Leinster Championship next year, but will it be Laois or a Westmeath side that fell at the final hurdle here last year against Carlow? Ball angled in towards Willie Dunphy, lovely touch around the corner. He's got a yard here on Gary Greville. Angus Clark there, Greville back in the mix again. Angus Clark, pocket picked by Ross King. King turns, and that's a lethal finish. Just 3 minutes on the clock, and Laois strike for the first goal of the game. Wonderful piece of work from Ross King, and no chance for Conor Lynch in the Westmeath goal with a finish like that. Ball popped inside, and it's the midfielder Shane Clavin. Fancies this from a long way out, sets his sights and finds the target, and this open start to the Joe McDonagh final continues. Picked up by Paddy Purcell, who could really revel in the wide open spaces today. Laois's long striding midfielder, tracked back by Joey Boyle. Loose ball picked up by Mark Kavanagh, steps neatly inside, and Kavanagh, unerring in his finish, scored heavily in the league, kicked off this McDonagh campaign with an 11-point haul against Offaly, and that is his second today. One Boyle to another. That is Joey to Cormac, and now to Killian Doyle. They've got it into the hands of the danger man. Pushed wide by Pádraig Delaney, still fancies it from right over on that far sideline, and that is an outrageous point from Killian Doyle. Well, Kavanagh at one end, Doyle at the other, already an exhibition of point scoring from the pair. Purcell drives it into that half-forward line. Stephen Pickymar out to meet it. Needs some support now, finds it inside. Aaron Dunphy drives between Tommy Doyle and Paul Greville, and on he goes. Oh, what a goal from Aaron Dunphy! Only one thing on his mind there, as emphatic a finish as you could wish for, and a 5-point lead for Laois. Angus Clark emerges from the pack with it and drives Westmeath forward here. Clark, runners ahead of him, including Killian Doyle. He's got John Gilligan to his left-hand side. Doyle goes it alone, he's buried it. Fantastic goal from Killian Doyle. Had the option of the pass, backed himself all the way and rifled it beyond Enda Rowland. Joe Quaid, on taking over at Westmeath, said he wanted rid of the word potential around this team, that it was time to go and win something. Certainly have the players capable of doing it. Here's Alan Devine, 20 seconds into the second half. 8 points in the final last year, that's his first today, Alan Devine. It looks like a footwear problem, or is it a blister maybe for Mark Kavanagh? Driven long, right down the middle. Breaking ball, coming onto it is Paddy Purcell, and it's opening up ahead of him, gets the hand pass in, it's Stephen Bergen, and Bergen, the substitute, finds a third goal for Laois. No surprise, Paddy Purcell, the captain, at the heart of it again. Kept it low, Bergen, great finish. Doyle making life uncomfortable for Lee Clear. 3 Laois men looking to bottle him up here, but he's somehow found a yard of space here, and Doyle takes his personal tally for the day to a mightily impressive 110. 10 minutes, a little bit less maybe to go here. Second half where Laois have been in control. They scored 12.85 in the group, and Aaron Dunphy from a tight angle takes them to 3.18 today. Eddie Brennan's free scoring charges. Purcell still full of running. What a game he's had. Hand passes on right down the middle. Here comes Éanna Lyons, who's made a big impact off the bench, and that's the third point for him. Laois on to 3.22. The Westmeath will regroup to face Cork. Dublin manager Matty Kenny, plenty of food for thought for him as a result of this Laois performance today. But all of that for a week's time. For now, it's Croke Park silverware for Laois. A return to the Leinster Championship and the challenge to stay there next year. But impressive victors today of the Joe McDonagh Cup. Westmeath 121, Laois 326. And the trophy presented to the captain, Paddy Purcell.
First and foremost, you'd be absolutely thrilled for the players because they put in a huge amount of work. It wasn't easy, but it never is, and to be fair to them, any challenges we threw in front of them, they embraced them. And you know, there was tough days at the office for them, but like any good team, you just have to keep coming back, and that's the key to it.
Nothing changes because of the result with regards to the match next weekend, but the one thing that we made a pact outside that we would be back next year, and third time lucky we'll get up them steps.
Yeah, Joe Quaid there. Well, Brendan, you were a selector with Laois 3 years ago, and you have great respect for this Laois team.
Yeah, I've seen those players grow and develop, and we were working with Enda Rowland, you know, and he was just leaving from doing the leaving cert to come in. Fantastic goalkeeper. Yeah. But look, there's the key for all the Joe McDonagh games with Laois has been their forwards. Like they've Willie Dunphy, Chad Dwyer and Ross King inside today. Normally Chad played out around the half forward line, but that's Eddie's Brennan's stamp, I think, all over this team. Go for the juggler. Like Mark Kavanagh plays a role a bit like what Tony does for Clare, and gets up and down the pitch, very, very hard to mark. And then you've the legs of Paddy Purcell around the middle. There's like, I mean, he's the Usain Bolt, to be honest with you, of hurling. The speed that this man has, and in all the games they've been in total control in the McDonagh Cup. They've really deserved to go up, and I think now they do go up. We're talking about the yo-yo teams and all, and Carlow coming back down. Laois under ready with this forward line and the way they play, if they can pick up a couple of young defenders, you know, with a bit of leg in them to help them a little bit more at the back, they have a forward line there that'll cause wreck in a lot of the stronger teams, we'll say, next year in the Leinster Championship proper. 1 week turnaround though is really difficult, and I know it's a complaint that those players are going to have, that we get a chance now to play the big guns and we've only 1 week. They're in Port Laois tonight celebrating, you know, and that'll have to be dampened down for Tuesday to get back trained to recover, to play a big match now at home next weekend.
Jackie, actually, I was talking to Jackie with her, he said maybe they should call a session for tomorrow, a training session. A training session. Can I clarify that? Jackie, so you should get them in tomorrow evening.
Maybe a bit of a recovery session, maybe around 4 or 5, and let them have maybe a few drinks and enjoy the rest of the evening, and then be ready for Tuesday. But it is like this is their huge game, and they will fancy a cut off Dublin, like, but you know, they should be getting 2 weeks to enjoy, because like they should celebrate tonight. Huge win for them. A bit of downtime and then build it up for Dublin, but you know, it's a tight window for Eddie to manage.
Yeah, it's tough on them. Well done to them anyway. Listen, thank you.